Hello everyone. Before I start to unbox another American import, if you know where I can buy a box cutter with a tracking device built in, please tell me, because I've gone and lost my new box cutter, and the irony is I've only just used it. I've used it about half an hour ago to unbox another vacuum before this one, and for the life of me I can't find it, so it's back to the dangerous scissors. Anyway, oh dear. Let's hope that's the only disappointment we have in today's video, because obviously it's an import all the way from the US of A, and I think it's quite a robust vacuum cleaner. It's a metal-based vacuum, pretty rare to get hold of in the UK, but not so rare, I think, in the US of A. So, right, lots of different boxes. Oh dear, it's one of those. It's one of those. Well, probably the box cutter would have been no good. I need the scissors for this bit here. Right. Oh. Right then, we can see something. Well, I can anyway. I don't know if you can, I doubt it. Well, it's been packed up with some paper, so hopefully. And here's the handle, folks. Ooh. Here's a telescopic wand, but it's not a canister vacuum cleaner. No, this is an upright. Should be a hose in here as well. Out it comes. Whew. Look at the green, folks. Look at the green of that. Wow, it's very vibrant. Right. Oh. Right then, that cell is going to get telling off. How ridiculous is that? Oh, unless, hang on. No, it's not inside. Okay then, I'll just put this together. We'll see if it works. Well folks, I've just checked the listing, and yes, the hose is illustrated and it says it's included. It wasn't in the box, as you saw. Now, often these things get opened at customs to check that there's no drugs or illegal immigrants hiding inside. So it is possible that it was left out when it was unboxed at customs. Who knows? Anyway, I've emailed the seller and said there was no hose in the box. Do you still have it? Now, my next problem, this is a Hoover Dial Matic, by the way, or if you live in the UK or possibly other countries in Europe, it was known as the Convertible because it converts to a suction cleaner, because you can attach a hose to the back. And there is something wrong with the back, and we'll have a look at that in a minute. So I'll tell you the model number when I get to it. So I think this is a 70s vacuum, hence the shag pile that I've got out. But my next problem with this cleaner is obviously it was packed with the handle separated, which is obviously what I would have done, and it connects up here. This 2-pin plug connects up to the handle, but I can't just shove the handle in and hope it connects up, I don't think. Or can I? I'm not sure. It might work. I'm just so annoyed. I haven't been annoyed for a while on my videos. I've normally kept calm. I don't know if you can see without shining a light in. There actually is a socket in there, but there's some wires around it. I don't know. No, it won't work. I don't know how I'm going to get that. No, you see, there's no way, is there? Look. Look. That isn't fixed. So even by putting that in, there's no way on earth that's going to just suddenly connect up to the socket inside there. So this is going to take a bit longer, so I'm going to pause the video. What I'm going to have to do, I think, is undo 2 screws here. Take this section out where the flex goes into the handle, and see if I can prise out the 2-pin socket that will be in there, and then connect it up. I think that's the only thing I'm going to have to do. So you'll have to bear with me. I will be back in a moment. Well, I've got the wiring out of the handle without too much trouble. So obviously this is the socket that needs to connect up. I can just lower the handle. Needs to connect up to the plug on here. I'm not sure if it goes in a specific way, or does it matter? Well, it goes in both ways. No, yeah, it should go in either, hopefully. Well, we'll soon find out. If it blows up, I can't see. Odd coloured wires. We've got sort of a white wire and a yellow wire and two brown wires. So what I'm going to have to try and do, we'll pass this back through the handle, obviously, feed that down until I can see it, and then connect it up, and then put the switch back in. So let's just try and push that down. Might need something to push it down with, or it might go. It's probably going to get stuck. Yeah, it's got stuck, hasn't it? What have I got to... Well, my screwdriver's not going to go down there, is it? No. Think, Roger, what have you got you can shove down there that's long and thin enough? Answers... Oh, I don't know. Just seen this. I don't think that's going to work. It's a wick trimmer. And this vacuum's certainly got on my wick so far today. Hang on. Oh dear me. I'm assuming this person is probably a collector, because I've checked his or her, probably his, other listings, and there are other vacuums. So it's not just somebody who does house clearances or what have you, you know. Oh, that's not budging. That's not budging an inch. Okay, because I don't allow swearing on this channel, I better pause the camera and try and get this fixed. Okay, well that didn't take as long as I thought. I just couldn't do it with you lot watching me, you see. I was shy. So I've managed to get this plug, or actually the socket, through the end, where if it had been shipped like this, it would have been fine, but obviously that was shoved up the tube. And I put the handles cover, the switch cover back on. So, yeah, oh, hang on. Oh yes, it's okay. The screw, I was just thinking, where's the screw? The screw is actually attached. Well, while we've got the bag door open, we'll take out these genuine bags. I think that's all that's in there. Oh, it smells. It smells, folks. Yes, I think when I switch this on, it's going to smell like vomit, because that's what I got a whiff of just now. You know what I should do, really? I don't know. I wish I was doing this live and I could ask, is there any specific way this goes in? In fact, I'm going to quickly ask on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, please do so. I'm just going to put a picture of that on Instagram and see if any of my American followers knows if there's any specific way this goes in, or whether it matters. I don't think it matters, but you never know. Okay folks, so while I'm waiting for a response, so if you respond to me on Instagram, you'll get a shout out on this video, and of course if you give me the wrong information and it blows up, we'll all know it's your fault. So well, I'll just take it off for now and pull the machine. It's clean-ish, you know, but yeah, when I opened this door, it didn't smell too nice. So I put a bag on. I'll take it off just to show you. It came with two genuine bags. So, you know, it's clean, isn't it, inside. The filter, which is no use nor ornament, really. These mesh, very coarse mesh filters. It's held in place with a sort of a, not a spring, a wire piece. Anyway, it was round the wrong way, I think, because it wasn't on properly. I think that's on properly now. Oh, it's a keep filter clean, remove and tap on hard surface, or rinse in water, warm water, and dry. Use genuine Hoover bags. This is the part you put the bag on, and the hose goes in. And there's a diverter. I don't know if we can see at the moment, but it moves. But there is something wrong with the way this has been put back together, I'm pretty sure, because if we look at the dial, hence the name Dial-O-Matic. There we are. So this dial, the hose plugs into here, and for anyone watching in the UK, which is probably most of you, a Hoover Freedom hose would fit this, a Hoover Powerglide hose, a Hoover Porta Power hose would fit this. So I do have hoses that will fit this. In fact, I do have a Hoover Convertible, because it's confusing. This was called the Convertible in the UK, and I know in the USA you have a Hoover Convertible. It's based on a Hoover Senior to us. All very confusing. So it's called Convertible, this machine, in the UK. I do have a later version convertible toolkit for the very last convertible we had, which was a burgundy colour with a headlight, and it's a black stretch hose and plastic tools. So I have that somewhere in my storage area, but it's not period, it won't go. The hose that was illustrated, and here's a picture of the listing, and there's also a picture of the hose and wand, so it should have been included. I wasn't imagining it. So anyway, the hose should be brown, obviously, and it goes more with the machine. So you turn this dial. So carpet suction, you've got max, medium, minimum, and then you turn it to the other side for your tool suction. You've got minimum up to maximum. But there is something, the way that this has been put, because I'm pretty sure there is a metal piece that you can see. Now I'm pretty sure on the ones I've had in the past, that piece was inside somewhere. It shouldn't show. Comment below if you agree. Where should that be? Probably by the time you see this, I probably would have found out. I'm sure I've got some exploded views, diagrams of the convertible, the UK convertible. It's basically the same as this. I mean, looking at this, it's more or less our convertible. The ones I had, well, they did them in different colours. The one I had was the classic white and blue, but you could get them in this sort of colour with a pumpkin front, I believe, and there were other colours available. Now, so the bag door opens like that at the back of the machine, and the bag just pushes on. That's the way. Type D bag it is. You can still buy bags for this in the UK. Obviously, Hoover Convertible, and even pattern ones. You don't have to get the genuine. So that's how the bag goes in, and then you just close it, and then you turn this bit here. But I need to, there's a screw there. That's what I need to screw up as soon as I find out how to connect that up. Hopefully I'll get an answer soon so I can actually finish the video. Here we have a lovely limey green. This is so light. I don't know if you have them in America. Chocolate lime sweets, which were sort of a chocolate centre, hard candy, lime flavoured boiled sweet with a chocolate centre. This is what this reminds me of. This is exhaust. Looking in it, yeah, there's no diffuser. They always perish. One good thing about this, these vanes are intact. Often they can be broken. So this needs opening up. This front comes off, and I can cut to fit a black diffuser to go in there. It doesn't make much difference, but just to help complete it. So there's a carry handle there for lifting up the machine, and just under the exhaust vent we've got this little doobry. Now, as you can hopefully see, that says check bag. So when this machine's turned on and there's sufficient airflow, you don't see that. That will go like that. It often moves like that. It'll move up and down. When the airflow is restricted, if you block the machine or the bag's very full, then that will pop up to alert you to check the dust bag to either change or empty it. Further down, we've just got the Hoover brand stamped in the middle. I've seen some of these machines that had a very sort of hippie 70s flower power design on them. This is very plain by comparison. You've got a button here to recline the handle. and it stops at the operating position, and you have to press it again to go under low furniture. And then just at the bottom of the front of the bag compartment, you can see here it says Dialer Matic. This version has a 3-position height control. There were some versions that didn't have a control in the middle. We got a version in the UK that was just blank here, and I believe in the USA as well there was a version. So this has an adjustment for low, normal, that's supposed to be normal, it's not moved very much, and shag pile. And for those of you in the UK of a certain age, do you know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of the gear shift on a rally chopper bike. There we go. So we've got the Hoover roundel, not bad condition there. And before I turn the machine over and look underneath, we've got a hose here that connects the suction from the vacuum to the nozzle. This is a clean air upright, by the way. It's not like the old-fashioned Hoovers. Most of the ones I've shown you on my channel, the older ones, are dirty fan or direct air. This is actually a clean air upright. So the suction from the motor goes down to the agitator. It's a single motored cleaner, just one motor provides the suction and drives the agitator. This is the underside of the cleaner, and I can just about make up some writing on the base plate here. It's pretty hard to see, but it says the Hoover model 1149. It beeps as it sweeps, as it cleans. We've got the Hoover logo stamped. There are some voltage and probably wattage. 840 watts I can just make out. Obviously this is 120 volts because it is a USA machine, and just under there I think that says the Hoover cleaner makes rugs last longer, and it's the Hoover Company, North Canton, Ohio, that must say. We can remove the base plate. 2 screws are needed for this. Undo the 2 screws, and the base plate comes off. You know, it's not filthy dirty, but obviously it's not Ibasic clean, is it? A Brillo pad and some metal polish might help with the rusting, but it won't eliminate it entirely. We can almost play a tune. That belt is quite tight, so I think that'll be okay, hopefully. The brushes aren't in bad condition, and nor is the agitator once it's cleaned up. I believe there was some issue with some of these models having the agitator the wrong way round, so I don't know how this is going to work. I think it meant that when it was turned on it was sweeping this way, and I think it's supposed to sweep this way, because this is obviously here, this is the hose where obviously the suction goes, so I think it's designed to sweep dirt towards this side. So as long as the motor is turning that way when I switch it on, I think that's correct. I'm not sure, but I'm sure my more knowledgeable American viewers who know will be able to tell me. But that seems, before I switch it on, seems okay. Okay, well, we'll put the base plate back on. These were not a popular machine in the UK. They were probably more popular in the USA, but not really popular in the UK. Certainly nowhere near as popular as the junior and senior uprights, and they were relatively expensive, really, for their time. But as you can see, this is all metal, the base of this cleaner. The motor is obviously under this part, and obviously the spindle for the belt is this side here. But obviously there's no visible fan because it's all enclosed, being a clean air vacuum. Got wheels, 2 small wheels on the back and 4 rollers at the front. This will clean up quite well, I think. Well folks, I need to get this video finished, and nobody's able to answer the question yet, but if you've answered it after, thank you for answering it. But I found online an instruction book for one of these. I don't know if it's the exact one. It does tell you about connecting this socket to the plug, but it doesn't say you have to put it in any specific way. So I wanted to be sure, but because you can put it in either way, I thought, yeah, it's probably best. Hang on, I'm just going to put it in the other way because that did look better. Oh no, it didn't. Right, so I think it probably doesn't matter. That's in securely. So basically we just have to feed this up, if we can, without damaging anything, as we push the handle over it carefully into the top of the cleaner, keeping the handle straight. Now I might have to undo the screw a bit. So it's a change of heads. Whoops-a-daisy. A change of heads on my screwdriver. I'll just undo that a bit. I don't know if the screw comes right out. It might not. But then again, it might. I think it does. Oh, it does, look. Right, now. That's why it's not going in. So, I'll put the screw down there. Just get it in. I think that's in. I need to make sure, though, that I line up the hole. I can see the hole. Pop the screw in. Right, well, I'm about to turn this cleaner on. So obviously I'm going to need my step down transformer because the UK voltage is 220 to 240 volts. So obviously I cannot plug this into my electricity supply without a little magic box. So that's connected up. Then we can close the bag door and secure it with that catch. And let me see, off is up on the switch, so we'll turn the switch to the on position and we'll plug this in, and fingers crossed it works. Okay, well, it's plugged into my step down voltage converter. The voltage converter is turned on at the switch and it's plugged into my wall socket. Now all I have to do, oh dear, this never gets any easier. Oh gosh. One of these days, oh my heart, my poor heart. Now, dear Lord, please, hang on, I'm gonna move the box a bit further away from me as well. I don't trust anything. Right, there we go. Let's see if this works, and does it work? Does it sound as it should? Ooh. Here goes. Well, yes, it didn't blow up. It does sound quite rough. I did see, I don't know if you saw, I did see the old bag check indicator disappear. Obviously it's got a new bag in it, so there'll be plenty of airflow. It does sound a little bit rough, I'm not sure. I'm going to give it a go. Okay, we'll just put the carpet suction on max. Might need to lower it for this long pile rug. I think the motor sounds okay. I think the noise is probably coming from the agitator. We'll have a look actually now to see what direction the agitator goes. If it goes the direction I think it should go, or does it go the wrong way? Okay, it goes the way I think it should go. What I'm going to quickly do now is disengage the agitator. Whoops. I would have liked to have tested the old hose suction with my meter, but It's not going to be very easy. Well, I could possibly do it at the cleaner end, the hose inlet. Excuse me. Oh dear, there's a bit of dust in the air. Doesn't smell as bad as I thought it might be smelling when I initially opened it. Oop. Let's just disengage the belt. And I think a new belt has been fitted. It's quite hard to get it off. I know I could do it easier by taking the agitator off, but I thought for ease, I'd just unhook the belt from the spindle. Doing it this way round, there we go, that's it. Right, let's have a listen to what the motor sounds like without the agitator connected. Well, I think that motor, to my ears, sounds okay. What about you? Do you think it sounds alright? Have you got one of these? That does sound okay. It's... I don't know. That does sound a bit rough. I might be able to get... I think I've seen another... I think I've got some bearings that might fit this. I think the bearings are pretty standard across the range. I mean, it runs smooth enough, doesn't it? But I don't know, it just sounds very... It might be correct, I don't know. Please comment below. I'm going to have to turn it round to put... Oops-a-daisy, that was nearly my glass table broken. Never mind. I'm going to take the agitator off. In order to put... I think you have to put the belt on first. I think that's the way it does. And you're supposed to do it. So I'll just put the belt over on the spindle. I think that's had a repair, yeah. This, you can see a bit of black tape on that. Won't be able to get another one of those. Certainly, well, even if I could, it won't be in the matching colour. You can sometimes buy old parts on eBay for vacuums. Long since discontinued. Right. Just have to pull it now, don't I? I have to stretch it over. I think this was the way you do it. Oh, never an easy job. Oh dear. There we go. That's it. Good. And then these sort of metal bands go back over each end. Well, it's... I'm disappointed about the hose not being in there, but as I say, I can't... Either the seller has just forgotten to put it in and hoped I wouldn't notice, maybe, or, as I said, it's been opened at customs and for some reason they didn't put it back in. So whatever happens, well, I'll see. It's really down to the seller to find out. If the seller has got it, then, well... I would like the hose. We'll have to see what happens with that. But yeah, we'll turn it on again quickly to see if it rattles. Yes, well, perhaps it is supposed to sound like that. Certainly the motor seems fine to me, to my ears. It's even worse when I import a vacuum, an old vacuum, even a brand new import. Often it's hard to get the parts. Obviously if I need spares, I have to import them. With this, some of the parts from the UK version would fit this. I mean, I have seen belts and I have seen brushes for this model and bags. But probably mostly, nearly everything else will be obsolete. Before I go then, I'm going to take it off this deep pile rug and see what it's like on the short pile carpet underneath. And I'll put down some dirt from a demo I did earlier today. And we'll just see if this Hoover beats as it sweeps, as it cleans. Okie dokie then. Well, eagle-eyed viewers might recognise this dirt from the Seabose C3 power video because it's got the blue Blue sand, it's a shame really, I've had to reuse it. I could have used green sand for this vacuum, but anyway, I had the cleaner to hand, so I thought I'd use the dirt. Right, I put it on low pile setting on the cleaner head, so let's see how well this works. Not bad. No line of shame, is there? But it's slightly less wide than the cleaner. Well, there was definitely some agitation. I could see a bit of dirt bouncing. Let's do some more shots. Yeah, well, it works pretty well on this low pile carpet. We'll carry on cleaning though. I think efficiency might drop off somewhat once the bag is full though. Well, there you go, that's the end of the video for today. I'll just wind up the cable, which stores on the dial at the bottom and the hook at the top. And the hook you can actually turn down to release the cable, but you might make sure that the back door doesn't open. So yes, a bit disappointed with the lack of hose. It needs a little bit of work, but yes, it's turned out better than I thought at the start of the video, so I'm fairly pleased with this. I think it does sound probably the way it should sound, which is pretty noisy, so apologies for you headphone viewers or listeners. But it's nice to have another sort of classic styled vacuum cleaner. They were actually made in France, the UK versions, but I believe this one was made in the good old US of A. If you have any comments or questions about the Hoover Dial Matic, please comment below if you've got any help or advice, any quirks that you know of this cleaner. I did notice one thing actually, it was spitting out bits, and if you remember earlier I said about the diffuser here, oh, it's on my throat, I think I've been inhaling these particles. As the machine's on, because obviously the exhaust air blows up through the inside of here and comes out the grill. So bits, black bits were coming out of the grill, so that is obviously the perished diffuser. So that's one job I need to do before I use this cleaner properly again, is to take the front of this machine off, clean it out inside and put on inside a new diffuser, or just eliminate the diffuser. I probably will replace it with something of a similar material. But there you go, a big hefty American beast for you today. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and that's it. So thanks for watching. Thumb me up please, subscribe, click the bell icon, and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. And don't forget, follow me on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. Just search iBasic and you should find all my silly videos and photos and bits and pieces. So until then, it's goodbye for me and goodbye from the Hoover Dial Matic.